Hi, it's Kelly. Welcome to my channel. So, I said I would show you how I made these little snowmen. I showed you on my last video of these the products that I used. I'm still going to use those same products, but I'm also going to make another one that has a different tag base. So, let's get started. So what I did is, I used the gingerbread dye, the little gingerbread from IO that from Anna White, and I turned him into a snowman. So what I did is I cut him out and I back him with a piece of black cardstock, and then I use some Nouveau clear drops over his eyes to make them all nice and shiny. And then what I do next is I take one of my watercolor pencils in a pink, and I'll just color in the circle, and that'll get his face started. And I'll even use water to spread that around. Doesn't take much, just a drop. Don't want to wet it way down, but it smooths it out and kind of gives it a better texture. You can use the little peppermint and the other little dyes that come with it to do his cheeks. There's a cute little swirl one in there. I thought about using it, but I like my little pink cheeks. And so we're going to put him together first, and then he'll dry up and whatnot, and then we'll get on to the next. So that's that. And next we'll make his hat. So as you know, I use the Tim Holtz dye for his hat. And I've got some glue finally. I did get my Barely Arts glue in. Thank goodness. It took forever to get here, over a week. I don't know why it takes so long, but it did. So there is an area on here that this goes. So it goes across here. Okay, so that's on. Then we'll do the greenery. I'm going to change the greenery a little bit. I'm going to use the pine sprigs that are from IO from Anna instead of the other holly ones. We'll use the holly for his candy cane ornament. So we'll put these together. These are better. These are a little smaller, so they look a little better on the hat. Oh goodness. I have been trying to make this video all day. We have had a heck of a day today. My husband and I have so much to do. When the snow is here and here to stay, we have a lot to prepare And I also had a really bad fall, and you probably can see it on my hand. I messed up my hand and my arm, but I'm fine. If I don't fall once a week, then my week isn't normal. That's how I take that. I'm getting up there in age, but I do have some other issues that cause it. So I get that together, and then this little corner here, if you notice in this hat, I don't like the look of it. These two little points here, so I round them off. And there's his hat. This goes together pretty quick too. I like to do crafts that are a little quick, that don't take a lot. The process of using dyes takes a lot of cutting out. So that's the long process. Is that dry? Yeah, that's dry. So I'll take my my Sakura little white gel pen, and I'll put 3 little. Oh, it's not working. These pens. Might have to use a different one. There it goes. So I'll put 3 little dots on his cheek. And many of you know that I was raised in Japan, so yes, I can speak some Japanese. But sakura is how you pronounce you guys call them sakura. They're sakura, and sakura means blossom in Japanese. That's why you see a little blossom on them. So, anyways, we'll get back to the cheeks. It didn't want to work because the cheeks are still wet. And then, what I do next is, I'm just doing this. If I mess up, I mess up. You're going to see every mess up possible. Because I'm one of those gals. I don't care. If I mess up, then you need to see it. So, next is a little buttons that you get from the snowman with scarf. His holly. These are actually the hollies, not the mouth. And I do like the little middle circle that shows up in the middle of these. It looks like little buttons. So I make sure I get the right side for that. I am already getting glued up. Welcome to Kelly's Crafty World. Everything disappears on her fingers. And here we go. And then the nose, I use the same little die, little holly die. And I used Anna White paper out of the one of her paper pads. I think it's the snowman one. Yeah, it is the snowman one. Sorry, I have to sit down. Little button nose. Okay, and then we'll do a scarf. I'm going to use a kind of like a plaid ribbon on this one. The other one I'll use the gingham, the red gingham. And I usually will hot glue, but my hot glue gun is behind me, and I don't want to get out of focus and out of picture here. So this is the ribbon I'm going to use today. It's a little lighter. So here's what I do. I pull this through. Nope, other way, Kelly. Other way, this way. Okay. I'll put some, oh my goodness, my glue is wet. It's pretty warm in my room right now. It was cold earlier. Okay. And then I'll take a little clip. We're going to put a button on here, so that'll kind of hide it a little bit. And then I'll put some glue to hold it down on the paper, and we'll trim it up in a minute after it dries. Barely art glue takes a little bit longer than the art glitter. The art glitter just dries too darn fast, so I mess up using it. Okay, so far we have this. Okay. And we'll do the candy canes. Just got a little bit of a messy edge here on the glue, so we'll wipe it off. Oh boy, I was hoping not to cough. And when I talk too much, I get my asthma cough. Okay, if I have silent moments, I'm sorry. Sometimes there's just not much to say. But watch and you can see what I'm doing. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Ugh. So I do this. So I am going to do some more stuff. I've got another snowman I'm working on. My sewing I put aside because I got a little angry with it. It's a new pattern. It doesn't really have very good directions. So I put it aside for a moment. And I'll start up on them again, and I'll show them to you later. So there's that. So I ran out of the this nice gray color snowflake stuff. I used all 4 sheets. So I'm going to use the black one with a different design. It's from the Rustic Winter from Sweet Miss Daisy Designs on Etsy, Anna's channel. And again, the glitter paper I use is the Tim Holtz Sparkle. It's my favorite, and I ordered a whole bunch more because I'm running out. And I don't ever want to run out of it, so I went crazy on buying it. Okay, so we do that, and that's that level. And where are we? I gotta find a button. And I don't have many. So I think I'll use a white one on this one. Yeah. So I'll take some twine. Oh, what twine do I want to use? Well, let's see if I can tangle up the May Arts again. Ugh. I probably will, but it's thin enough. It's a rough kind of cord, but it's thin enough to go through these, and maybe I spoke too soon, and if it doesn't work, I'll go to another one. Nope, not gonna bother. I am not gonna fuss with that. So we'll go to the Walmart stuff. See if it'll go through, because it's more flexible, and I ran out of the really light colored, light brown one of this. And if it doesn't go through, I'm going to be really upset. There we go. Crisscross it. I'm sorry, you'll hear my neighbor's dog. I'll tell you, we have a basset hound. If neighbors has a basset hound. The neighbors is just behind us on the corner. And then my neighbors next to us, they have a Rottweiler. Oh, she is one beautiful dog. and a Mutt Leroy, and another dog. What is it? A pit bull. She's pretty too. They bark all day long. And then the neighbors on the other side of us, they have a Labrador Golden Lab and an English setter of some kind, or an English pointer. She was a rescue from a breeder, one of those breeders. So we are surrounded with dogs. We have one dog left. We have Zoe, my little dachshund. She's 16. And she's not doing too well. She is glued to my husband. So, I'm sorry, you guys. This is just getting ridiculous for me to do this. Should have done it before I got on. Didn't think about it. But we'll get there. Okay. I cut a long enough piece to make messes. Or to make mistakes. Many of them. Anyways, here we go. And we're getting there. Yes, I have a boo-boo on my finger. A really bad one. When I fell, I really twisted my hand and my finger, and I don't want to get into my health. My health is fine. I am fine. I had a bad year with it, but I'm getting better. We also have family that's extremely ill. So we've been busy with them. And mine wasn't as bad as the rest. But my mother-in-law is now on the mend. And she's cancer-free. But her recovery was the worst. But she's finally doing better. My brother-in-law, not so much. He's in a care home now. He's very young. But, and then an uncle. So Stephen's family's been some need. Been taking care of my mother-in-law's needs when I can. So, okay. Ooh, let's get this moving, because I'm starting to feel it. Okay, we'll glue that down. I leave a little bit. Boy, I hope I'm staying in screen. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get... Okay. I know. Okay. If I'm not in focus, I'm sorry. It'll go back in focus. Okay, so that's that for now. We'll let that dry. And we'll move on. Oh, boy, if you hear my stomach growling, I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's make the bouquet. Let's see, I think we'll make him left-handed. So This is how I do that. My end screen. It looks like it. So that's how I glue that. Let's see, then I'll take this is a Tim Holtz, and I'll take this piece right here, the top piece, and I'll glue that in here, more like this. That. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just... Well, actually, this is going to have to be the other side because of the scarf. I think let me see. I think the scarf's going to make the difference of which way it goes. Yeah. Yeah. So this one's going to go in this hand here. I did forget. I forgot, but let's do it now before anything else gets put on. Okay, where is it? I need to get my distress ink out. I do distress, and you can use the vintage photo, which is my favorite. This pad is so old. I've had it for over 20 years. Or you can use the broken china. Either way is fine. If you want a blue, if you want a bluer tinted white snowman, that's fine too. You can do that. And what I do is I just lightly ink him up just to give him some depth. It's a little too much right there, but it's okay. It won't show very much. And that's what I do. Look at that. It seems to be dry. Okay. And we'll take, I think I'm going to take this bottom off. So do that. So things will get better in my videos. I'll probably learn to talk better. I have really bad grammar. A lot of that deals with my being brought up in Japan. That didn't help my English very well. I have really bad grammar. I'm working on it. But didn't stop me from doing well in school and going on to, you know, getting a college degree. So there's ways you can so hopefully you're seeing this. It looks like I've been staying in there. So there's that. And he is now ready to put on the tag. So I don't think I need to do two. I think we'll just do the one. I've got to get back to my chores, and I'm also really tired. It's been a really busy day yesterday, and then Thursday helping my sister-in-law, and she and I decorated my mother-in-law's house for Christmas, and we had a good time. And Oh, the deer. Oh, they were so beautiful. And then yesterday I get out of my car to take care of my Airbnb and get it ready for the weekend renters. And then, oh, here comes another one. He was different though. He was nicer. Pete was not nice. The one that at my mother-in-law's house, she watched him grow up. She lives in a wooded area, so the deer all bed down over by her house. She's got acreage back there of wooded area. She's got a big lot, lucky her. Tiny house, but a big lot. And she's enjoyed her deer, and she protects them and saves them if she can when they're hurt and show up at her door. We have a wildlife sanctuary here that will try to save them and take care of them. So, okay, so now we do the snowflake. You can let the snowflake hang over. The snowflake's made with Lawn Fawn glitter paper. It's one of my favorite white glitter paper. That one and the one from Walmart. Oh, goodness. I'm going to trim that off. A little white piece. We have a really wonderful area where we live. We'll get deer down at our house. We get the whitetail down here. The ones, if you're on my Instagram and you've seen the ones I've posted, those are mules. Those are muley deer, and they're bigger. And they're more gray color. They don't have a big white tail like the whitetail do. The whitetail are more slimmer and tan. So there's that. So let's poke that hole. And get my black cording out. Oh, excuse me, I have it in one of my little pots, my ceramic pots that I buy. Goodness, Kelly. Do you have a mess like this? Well, I do, but I can eventually, hopefully, find the end. And I already had a piece cut, so we'll just use that piece. So I do not zhuzh these up because there is so much on them, you know, with all the sparkle and the buttons and candy canes and things that just shine, you know. I just don't zhuzh them up. I don't put jingle bells or any of that on it. You can if you want. You do you. I just think there's too much, so I'll just cord it up. I needed a little more greenery right there, so I added more. And I will tie this in a knot and leave it open so that you can get it on a package. I don't always, you know, loop it up and close the top, because you want it to close up on a package and with a nice little bow sometimes. So, and there we have it. Did I stay in the frame? Did I do okay? I hope so. That's how easy it is to make one of these tags. It's not much. You can take tags, you know, and turn them into something else. Or take dies and turn them into something else. I just saw this as a snowman and said, oh, Let's do that instead of a gingerbread. Okay, there you go. And yes, I do make a terrible mess. Okay, well, there's that tutorial for that. So I hope you like my tutorials, and I hope I stayed in the frame and did okay. So stay with me. I've got more coming, and hopefully another tutorial and something else. So right now I'm working with some snowman dies and some Santa Claus dies. So stay tuned. So thanks for watching, and hope everybody's having a nice Saturday, and we'll see you soon. Have a good night. Bye.